This one I water. Thank you.
I would say a legend in the making. You haven't been away long enough to be a legend. You recently playing for BGSU. Joe Sullivan, got a brother on the team. I think you got to give it like 5 years before you can be a legend.
Fair enough.
So just former player, but legend in the making.
I like former player. We'll stick with that.
You're a humble guy. I appreciate that about you. So, wow, it's been a while since we've been in the booth. I missed you, man.
Seriously, I feel rusty, honestly. I was like thinking about it
a little
today.
rusty.
What do I say? Like,
I was
what
like,
do I do when I get on the mic?
We're the BGSU Eagles? No, Falcons.
I didn't mess that part up.
Yeah. No. So, well, we got to just be honest. It's been an up and down season so far, and I would say the downs probably outweigh the ups. But there have been signs that we're playing well. And again, we can't stress enough how difficult of a schedule Coach Nichols builds for this team. It can't be overstated. Last week we go into Purdue-Fort Wayne, one of
best attacking
teams in the country,
scoring like over 3 goals a game,
and traded goals with them 2-2, and then lost in overtime. So the record does not really tell the whole tale. But boy, a win tonight would be just what the doctor
I'm glad
ordered.
you brought that up, because I feel like the more I watch this team and the more I listen to what's going on within the locker room, the more I feel like we're one win away from just something special starting. And what a better opportunity! Like, what more could you ask for than tonight?
Beautiful night.
Entering MAC play next week.
Yep.
You know, you have a great opportunity against a really good Valpo team.
Yeah.
So it's like you said, it's been a lot of downhill so far for BG, but we're one win away, I feel like, from just everything clicking and starting MAC play on the right foot.
And I want to take the positive approach as well and just say that last year we started so strong and then really kind of lost some of that energy. And that might have been fatigue. It might have been, we had some injuries. This year I envision us taking advantage of developing the team over this tough run and then really taking advantage once MAC play starts up. And I think that's exciting.
Could not agree more.
So beautiful night. I think it's mid-60s. A few clouds off in the distance. Great night for soccer. So this Valpo team out, and I would call that graphite in yellow.
Yeah.
Graphite and maize. Falcons in white attacking the southern goal. Any surprises in the starting lineup tonight for the Falcons?
I wouldn't say surprise is the right word. Just excited to see a Shield return, with injuries and whatnot going on in the team. He gets to start tonight. I was really impressed with him early on in the season. Seemed like a really good ball winner, and that's what you need out of a center back, like what he's playing. So I'm looking to see him have a big night tonight. Good job by Tate there. That's just a hustle play right there. 50-50 ball. Comes down to who wants it more, and really good job by Tate.
Playing intense early. I know Coach will like to see that right off the bat.
And I kind of like what Coach has done with tonight's lineup. He's starting.
Ooh, Vinny in on goal.
Good run, though. Encouraging move right there by the Falcons, yeah. But as I was saying, I like what Coach has done with the lineup today. He's put Tate and Chris Brennan, kind of paired them together.
Which we don't see a lot.
Tate's more of a wing-back type of player, where he's been playing most of the year.
Yeah.
I kind of like that. We've been struggling a little bit for goals. You put one of your senior leaders up top, and then we'll see what happens.
They play off each other well when they're given the chance, I think.
Exactly.
I think that the strategy is to kind of sub them in and out like for like at times, but it's good to see them play together. And I'm not familiar with many or any of the Valparaiso players, but I have to call attention to their center back, number 4, Alex Brown. He is just an absolute unit out there. He looks like he could play D1 inside linebacker.
He almost looks, yeah, exactly. He's playing the wrong sport, it looks like.
Well, we know there can be there's a player, is it for Leicester? No, it's a championship side who's about that side, and he's a striker, so it can be done. But boy, he's a big guy. We'll see what kind of agility he has.
Do not want to get into a 50-50
No, you don't want
challenge
to.
with him.
A 50-50 challenge with him is like basically a 0-100 challenge.
Kind of reminds me of Ebby.
Yeah, a little bit,
you know what I mean?
Like someone shot Ebby with like a grow ray. So slightly high press. Oh, if that ball could have gotten through.
Good control there.
Yeah, great ball.
Valpo just holding up possession nicely there.
Valpo's record is similar to ours. We are 1-5-2. They are 2-5-1. So both teams looking to make a statement tonight.
And so talking to some of the players on the team, basically from my gatherings, both teams are very similar. In fact, they're strong teams, but the record just doesn't reflect it. And it's early. It's early on in the college season. A lot of the league matches haven't started yet, so both these teams trying to get a win tonight, obviously, to get ready for their tournament play.
Wow, great ball to switch the field and a great control. That was audacious. It's kind of a different attacking look from the Falcons here, kind of bunched up on the side, usually like a little more width to, again, switch the field, but I think maybe this is the side that well, Tate's playing further up. Usually Tate likes to attack kind of up through that side.
Good ball there.
Good ball in.
Ball falls to Chris Brennan.
Oh,
good hit.
boy.
Yeah. Good hit there by Chris
Yeah,
Brennan.
I think he's –
And good challenge by Vinny Warner. He won't
Yep.
get anything in the box score for that or
Yep.
whatnot, but good hustle play there by just to challenge the 50-50 ball, and that leads to the ball falling to Brennan right there.
Yeah, and Vinny daps him up as they leave because they know it was a good interchange, good shot. I don't think he'll be terribly displeased with that effort. It was, a foot or two over, but
and you can kind of see the Copley connection there. Both
Yep.
those kids have grown up together.
yeah, played together. Tate with just that little press, and that's enough to force a poor pass. Falcons with a lot of the ball now.
Yeah, really encouraged by the start from BG. Seems to just be like a different energy than we've seen in games past this early. They seem to be attacking mindset, but they're pressing a little bit more than we've seen in games past.
Yeah, and Jensen Lukaku, it's good to see him get a start after a great goal. Again, I've seen both of the goals from the game against Purdue, and his goal was great, and it's good. I think coach is rewarding that performance.
He's a special player. Career Academy Player of the Year coming out of high school. It's just good to see him kind of. I feel like all the players just gel with him really well.
Yeah.
He gets the ball. He's really simple on it. Puts the ball on other people's feet.
He fits well in a lot of formations, a lot of lineups. Yeah.
It speaks to his maturity as a player.
Oh, yeah.
Coming in as a freshman, just instantly being able to add value to the team. It's really nice to see.
And starting on a team where there's some good depth there, so he's certainly earned his way. And we know coach doesn't just start freshmen willy-nilly. You got to show that you deserve it. Well, with a good clearance. I think Anthony would have wanted that to be a little wider clearance, but
and good move there by Valpo. They found an open through ball. Well cut out there, like you mentioned, by Mo Mustafa.
Saw some own goals in some Premier League games today, so I was a little nervous there. But that was Mo knew what he was doing.
He had it covered. At least he'll tell you that much.
Yeah. So first set piece of the game. They take it short. So we've seen a few teams do this against BG. Take that short, and then it's kind of a set play.
And I love that out of Anthony. Just gets the ball, quick distribution. And find somebody that knows how to run with the ball, Peter Pugliese.
Yep, and then wins a foul up the side. Tate plays a cheeky dummy there. I think I would have liked to have just seen him take that. He dummied it. He dummied it right to his defender. But he's a creative player. He's always going to try to take that advantage wherever he can get it.
Absolutely. Good win there just by a shield, just to see that ball out.
Slow things down. Let the back four reset. You can see BG very vocal in the back and marking attackers. That was a pass. I'm not sure who it was to. It's to Anthony.
BG will happily take the goal.
Yeah.
Good win there by Chris Brennan.
Always a few inches shorter, but he gets there.
Love to see Vinny Warner.
Oh,
what
that's
a ball.
A good ball across the
Finds
front.
Tate, and that's
Tate
a goal,
Robertson
baby.
with a big goal at home. Wow, everything about that was phenomenal. That was great link-up play.
What a win by Chris Brennan right there in the middle. Awesome ball by Vinny Warner. That reminds me of, I call it the Man City ball, Kevin De Bruyne ball. You know, he gets on the edge, he just plays that low-driven ball to the back post, really hard for defenders to handle.
Yep.
As you can see, it finds Tate in the back post. What a finish.
And I think that was the best goal we've seen here. Finally, get it going. Let's see a bunch more.
I think this is, what, the third game we've casted here, third or fourth?
We've just seen a couple of sloppy
and this
goals.
is the first time
we've seen like an open, Well, you
BG
called
just
it.
has a different energy about them
They
tonight.
do,
Like,
yeah, they
I was
look
watching
great.
them warm up. They look special.
Yeah.
What a ball by Vinny Warner. We cannot echo.
And I'm
great
really
finish.
excited to see what BG can do with an early lead because they feel like the kind of team now that can really pour it on.
And I love it. You see Chris Sullivan. You see Peter Pugliese. They're giving that hand motion.
Let's go.
Let's get another.
Yep.
Let's just
Yep.
pile it on. It's 0-0.
Love it. And that does wonders for confidence early on. Coach will be thrilled with that. And Vinny was so crucial in that build-up.
Absolutely.
BG flag running across the crowd. The fans
just
are
love
happy.
to see it.
Love it. Be a beautiful night for a win. Get the kids out there for a little Iziggy dance. But we got a lot of time left.
I agree.
But we're excited.
I'm interested to see the next 5 minutes for BG.
Yep.
What's their reaction to go? Are they going to try to sit back? Are they
Yep.
going to try to get another?
Right, Dan. And you know, there's the old trope that you're most sensitive to give up a goal right after you scored one. I don't know how much I believe that, but it makes sense. You can get a little complacent. But don't see that from BG. They look focused.
Good distribution there.
Gotta say, I really like these Valparaiso kits. They're sharp. It's a graphite and gray and yellow. It's a good look.
I like it. I also like BGs with the all white. You know, we don't really wear those that often.
No,
They're
we
pretty
don't.
classy.
I think the laundry bills are very high. You know, they spend a big part of the budget on getting them clean. No, they're nice.
I think one of the coolest things, so I meant to bring this up tonight, is so I've noticed from all the jerseys as of late is that they all have a GK patch on them.
Oh, okay. Oh,
I'll wait
yes.
on this for a second. We'll
Yeah,
see how
yeah.
this play develops first.
Yeah.
Good move there by Vinny Warner to get to end line. And great
Oh.
ball. Oh, he found Peter on the back post.
That one he wants back.
Unlucky.
Yeah.
But no, so as I was alluding to earlier, they all have the GK patch on the
And
the
that's
crest.
not for goalkeepers.
It's not for goalkeeper.
It's for a very special person.
It stands for Gary Kovacs.
Yeah.
And, you know, like we're able to play a night game tonight because of that man.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
an awesome individual.
Yeah.
And we're still mourning his death and whatnot.
Yeah, sad to lose him. Real friend to the program, and we're going to mention him every time we're up here.
Just a great leader, like just an awesome mentor, just somebody that really believed in this program and invested in it.
Yeah.
And we're
And
so
boy,
lucky to have him.
How special is Alumni Weekend going to be coming up for where the players can get back together, talk about him? There's going to be some really nice things
Some
done.
awesome stories. The
Yeah.
stories they're endless when it comes to Gary
Yeah,
Kovac and how much of an impact he's had on this soccer team. So it's really neat to see the boys supporting him and wearing that for him.
So cool. I'm glad you pointed that out. I didn't notice that. It's really cool.
I love to see that out of Chris Brennan tracking back.
Yep, winning the ball.
He doesn't have to do that as a forward. You know, he can kind of stay high if he wants to, and nobody would ever ask why he wasn't there. But he's doing the dirty work and the hard work behind
And
the
that
scenes.
inspires the people behind him to work even harder. You see your forward going to win the ball back. How are you not going to win the ball back as a midfielder, right?
Couldn't agree more.
That's just good leadership, good veteran leadership. A little more aggressive press here, and it works. Let's see if Tate can play a great ball. Oh, I like that he went opposite side of the defender, kind of a cheeky ball, and just giving Chris a chance to do something there.
Just put a little too much on it.
Yeah, a little too much.
I wouldn't have minded if Tate just kind of took that ball and ran at somebody. He had a lot of space.
Yeah.
But I do see what he's trying to do. He's trying to feed Brennan, the natural goal scorer.
Ooh,
little cheeky move
Techers.
there by Chris Sullivan, yeah. He draws the foul.
With the
He had me
Techers,
fooled
love it.
from up
He
here.
did, yeah, that was nice. That's some, that was some training ground Techers there. Great ball. Oh boy, what a ball!
Class touch there.
And
by
has
Tate
a
to just
good,
take-
oh, two good touches. One to bring it down, and the other to take a good shot. Wow, he'll be happy with that too. That was difficult. So the chances are kind of pouring in now for the Falcons.
I think Tate almost wants that one back. You know,
Yeah.
he did such a good job of setting himself up for that shot.
Yeah.
He gave himself that yard of space needed to hit it. He just didn't kind of place it at the end.
And I don't really know where he would want to put that. I mean,
Right, that's
It's
a
a
tough
big
volley.
ask,
That's
yeah.
a tough volley.
Yeah.
I just know his quality and his standard
sure.
that he would want that one back. Good win there by Mo Mustafa. And pressure by Zach Bisher. Or Buddha, as they call him.
They call him Buddha. Mo there on cleanup duty. Back four is going to need to scramble to get reorganized here, and they do. Plenty of help, plenty of overlap on coverage.
Dark and try. I mean,
Ooh,
it's at the lowest.
almost looked like we had a head-on-head there, but it looks like it was avoided. Now Valparaiso in attack.
Does it look darker than last year? Yeah, I noticed that too.
Well
There's
done.
Chris
Yep,
Brennan
just
again,
see
winning
it
the
out.
ball
Right,
and then just
exactly.
giving the defense a chance to
I guess
reset,
As soon as it starts getting like darker,
relieve some of the
and
pressure.
light, it's gonna make it better. Did Joe say something or anything? Okay. Okay.
Here's Tate. Oh,
He does
Oh,
it
and
again.
another goal.
Awesome goal.
shouts, oh, and take a bow, son. Takes a bow for the crowd. And did you see the pump fake? That goal just jumped on us. We didn't even call it.
What a special finish that was. And that's what we talked about and alluded to at the beginning of the game is this is an interesting lineup. You know, you put Tate and Chris Brennan up top and good things are going to happen. They're two goal scorers, two attacking-minded players.
We may have found our starting lineup for the rest of the year here.
Awesome finish that was.
That was great. Players are hyped.
And we mentioned, you know, what's Bowling Green's response going to be to going up 1-0.
Got another
And it was a
one.
perfect response. You know,
Yeah.
next 5-10 minutes, get another. What
And
a great
now,
finish.
let's see if this is a platform we can build on to really take this energy, finish out strong. Love to see a clean sheet in this game.
Absolutely.
Love to tack on some more goals, but I think if I had my preference, I would love to see it end.
A 2-0 versus
2-0 would-
3-1.
Yeah,
I'd
I'd rather have
Could
the
not
clean
agree
sheet.
more.
Yeah. Unless both of the next two goals are like world class, like bicycle kick, you know, then maybe.
Fair. Tip your cap and
Yeah.
move on.
But I'd love to see the Falcons just grind this out. Tate will be thrilled with that. Coach will be thrilled with that. And I feel like Chris Brennan's going to want to go.
Couldn't agree more.
They say, how about me?
So far we have Tate Robertson with 2 goals.
2 goals.
Chris Brennan with assists. Vinny Warner with assists, and then Chris Sullivan with an assist. So a lot of Falcons on the board early.
Absolutely.
I'll be interested to see if they smell blood. You know, they're going for that
I
next
think
one.
so. Well, and depending on how Valparaiso wants to play, right? So if let's see how they play. They might need to open things up and just go for it. I don't know, or you know, the coaching mentality for them, and I don't know if they're in conference play yet. Is hey, let's just play a good rest of the game. If we can find 2 goals, then so be it. I don't know what their philosophy is going to be, but if they decide to open it up and just play all out attacking, then the counter's there, right? And then the Falcons have a chance to really add more on.
And who that like when you say that, who that makes me think of is Chris Brennan.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
exactly. Yeah.
He's licking his chops right now thinking
Absolutely.
of Valpo trying to overextend themselves.
And I always bring up the name, but like when I talk about hitting somebody on the counter, when I think BG, I think Pat Flynn. And Chris Brennan has taken over that mantle so well. When he's on the ball, especially get a good ball over the top or something on the counter, and they're just almost unstoppable.
Those type of players, you just got to put them in a good spot, and they'll do the rest, you know.
Yep.
That's what made Pat so special.
Oh, yeah.
He gave him that half chance.
I'll give a shout out to the women's program too. Skylar Fleek, boy, she was unstoppable on the counter. I mean, literally unstoppable when she had the ball, because her first step, I think she was 6 foot. Her first step was like 6 feet.
She's already
you know,
by
she's
you.
already by you. Yeah, and boy, I watched her score just clinical counter goals.
Good flick there by Mo. Found Tom in a
thought there might be a loose ball.
Tom Roble in a spot that he's not really used
not
to.
used to.
Kind of could see his eyes from here get really big as he's lining up that volley.
He's adventuring, as they say. Well, he would have loved that.
I actually can honestly say I don't know if I've ever seen Tom Roble score a goal.
Ooh.
The thing is, I think he would be the total one to hit that volley upper 90. Like,
yeah,
perfect.
right. You wouldn't expect it.
He's just never been in that spot before. That's why it's awkward.
Coach might have had him running laps, even if he scored, though, for being so far up the pitch. Right? You scored a goal. Now give me 100 push-ups for being that far out of position when you're trying to protect a 2-goal lead. Come on. Valparaiso has, looks like an assistant coach or volunteer videotaping from the sideline. I'd love to see those goals from his camera, but I'm sure they'll be in a hurry to delete those. As the ball finds its way up, Souvenir in the stands. I'm still waiting for us to get one up here. We almost had one a couple weeks ago. There we go. It's getting closer. They're coming up here. I see Tim Concannon, BGSU legend from the 70s, joining us in the crowd. Welcome, Tim. Back to support the alma mater, also BG High School coach.
It's neat to see all the BG alums. It's not even alumni weekend and whatnot,
yeah,
but a lot of people still really invested in the team.
Absolutely. Nice little interchange there in the midfield. Peter and Chris couldn't quite make it go, but
good D there by Chris Sullivan, just to be an annoying little pest.
Valpo will look to cross the ball in. Boy, and it scoots past a lot of people.
Tate just
looking to drive, but there's no
numbers. He does the best thing he could. Just draw that.
Well, I think once he saw he had no support, he just decided to put his head down and
take one, and then
let things fall where they may. Nice passing here. Let's see if the return is there. Oh, it is. He kind of lets it dummy through.
He tried to bring it with him. It was just a tough touch there. But I like that out of Vinny. He's playing quick. He's playing one touch. Being aggressive.
I noticed that the play has been more one touch, not taking an adjusting touch, just hitting it.
They're just being more aggressive. Yeah, exactly. That's a perfect word. Urgency. We got tonight's first sub of the game, Charlie Macheski checking in for Jensen Lukasku.
Who's played a great first 20-odd minutes so far. What a great start for him.
He gets a big handshake from all the coaches and fellow teammates on the bench.
Great start. Couldn't have asked more from him. Zach Bisher's starting to get more and more involved in the game.
And he's such a technical player. He's special to watch. He's fun to watch.
He is.
That's how you can tell a really good number 6 is if every time he picks a ball, there's nobody around him, right? Like he just turned and found that.
Space, yeah.
There's nobody around him because he finds those little pockets, those little holes to find the ball and connect passes and link play. It's special.
And Vinny with a great pass down the sideline there where if the oh, that looked like a foul.
Yeah, that was a tough one.
Yeah.
That's a problem with Chris Brennan. He goes full steam ahead all the time. It gives the ref, like, I don't think the ref's really used to seeing something like that.
Yeah. Dash, as they call him. we got to give the scoring team credit for that. But I think it's a great nickname. I don't know if he knows about it yet, but
we'll have to let him know.
From Incredibles, yeah. He does look like Dash out there.
Well done there by Ashiel.
Just
to see the ball out. Yep.
Yeah, that's just really smart play. And just the awareness to know to do that, you know.
You almost wonder if it's that France connection between the goalie and the center back. You know,
I wonder if they speak French back there.
I wouldn't doubt it.
You know, one of these days they should play the French anthem for those guys. Just that'd be cool. Oh, man, we got a great team up here. Everybody involved in BGSU soccer is awesome. Valpo pressing, but the Falcons' shape in the back is just rock solid. You can see the lines are clear, good communication. There's not a lot of space to work with.
They're fine with the Valpo having the ball out wide.
Yeah.
They'll close the ball down.
Oh, Anthony makes that maybe a little harder than it needed to be, but collects it. Little
touch.
I thought he might just collect that, but gives it a little punch. You know, there might have been some spin on it too. You never.
No, and that was a good attack by Valpo. They hit that one at a tough angle.
Yeah.
Anytime you get a ball to bounce right before the goalie, it's a tough one for them to handle.
Yeah. I appreciate Anthony's drama sometimes. You know, it's fun. You see him dive when maybe he wouldn't need to. You know, he's just getting ready. It's practice for when he might really need to.
He's just French. That's the best way to describe it. He's just French.
Yeah, and he's bringing the energy to every save.
Good job there by Mo Mustafa just to see that one out. That's good awareness. Nobody's behind him. He's just going to flick it back to his goalie who can pick it up.
Joining us from Fort Mitchell, Kentucky, please welcome the Beechwood High School Marching Band.
Oh, that was a great move. That's got to be called.
Oh, tough one.
Oh, boy.
Ref saying it hit off Peter Puglisi. Yeah, good move, though, by Peter. I like that.
Great move. I do, too. Really aggressive.
And the Beechwood High School Marching Tigers.
Valpo makes their first sub of the game. Jordan Davis, number 28, coming in for number 5, Julian Bertho. So both teams have made a sub so far.
Number 18 for Valparaiso, Akeem Bradford's been really good on the ball so far. And you talked about an Ebby. We have our Ebby. He looks more like their Ebby as far as energy and strength, just kind of playing further up than Ebby does. But he's been a standout so far.
I've been impressed by him. And then here, right on the ball, number 11, DeMar Rose. He's done a good job, but he's captaining the team, obviously, tonight.
Great pass there, just as you say his name, yeah. Not offside.
But I've liked him. He's good under pressure, finds feet. And I know this Valpo team is historically very strong.
Oh,
so
absolutely.
They have a lot of really good players.
Keep rolling, BG. Keep rolling. Now let's go, fellas.
Work it.
And Anthony with an absolute boot there. And he really is the full package when it comes to saves, but then also distribution,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
And in the modern game, you need both, especially even in college teams trying to play out of the back more if you have the talent to do it, you know, and
Or like a quick save, a quick punt, like across the field.
and like you said, yeah, quick save and then just thinking attack right away. Not
Right
you know,
away.
he's almost considers himself part of the attack,
Exactly.
which is awesome. I think we're seeing soccer shift to that mentality. In the Premier League, there's more and more teams that play out of the back. And you might say, okay, well, that's at the highest level, but I think some of those trends filter down, right, even to the college level or BG in the attack here.
Peter Pugliese
Shot
with a
on
nice
goal.
little move there.
Yeah, and I think Peter might have a goal in him tonight.
I agree. He's
He's
due.
aggressive.
He's due.
Yeah. And I know he scored some goals this summer. I don't remember where he's at in the summer.
Toledo.
Toledo, okay.
FC, yeah.
He was scoring some goals this summer.
Some cool goals. I saw
Yeah.
a couple highlights on Twitter.
On Twitter, yeah.
They're incredible.
Yeah,
So you know he's got it in him. He's
Oh,
got
yeah.
the quality.
yeah. Shield with a great clearance there.
Yep.
Anthony got caught for a split second in no man's land where he was unsure, which you don't see that very often from him, but great to have a defender who you can trust bail you out if you get caught a little flat-footed like that. So,
And that's been a common theme tonight is
yeah,
Shield doing a good job of just seeing the ball out, you know. Don't overcomplicate things. If we're in trouble, just see the ball out
Yep.
and we'll live to fight another
Yep.
day.
reorganized.
Yeah, absolutely.
Valpo will look to switch the field here. We're played over the top. Where they haven't had much joy going over the top against this defense, who's looked really as good as I've seen them look really all season.
The most organized,
Yeah,
which is encouraging coming into MAC play.
yeah,
You
absolutely.
know, we're going to face Akron next weekend. you
Yeah.
know, Western Michigans of the world, West Virginians of the world. Like, you absolutely need to be
Gotta have
organized
that
in your
back
back.
sorted, yep.
It's got to be figured out, and it's encouraging.
Because you
see
might
that.
have to win one of those games 1-0.
You might score in the first minute and defend for the next 89.
Yeah, and against Akron, that's
It's
not
kind
a
of the
trivial task, right? Yeah, yeah,
Absolutely.
Akron. Yeah, or it's that Chelsea, you know. And hey, coach is a winner. He has no qualms parking the bus, so
Yeah.
to speak. You know, he's got a little Mourinho streak in him.
Absolutely.
I would say in no other ways. He's much more personable. But as far as doing what it takes to grind out a game, absolutely. Pragmatist through and through. If you can make it look pretty, then that's fine. But let's play good soccer and win games.
Couldn't agree more.
Great ball to number 10. Great control to bring that down. But there is just not much for Valparaiso here. Bowling Green has just got it clamped down.
Got all 11 behind the ball. And they're fine with that. A shot like that, Anthony's got that all
Zach
day.
Fisher and Charlie say, "Hey, you want to shoot from there? Here, go ahead." They
Be my guest, yeah.
they almost kind of guided him into a channel where he wasn't going to be able to pass. If you're going to shoot, do it now. And Anthony's just right there. So smart defending. And I like that they don't foul there. I like they don't make a sloppy tackle and give up a big free kick. They trust their goalkeeper.
Yeah. Good header there by Chris Sullivan to lead Chris Brennan. Finds him back. Oh, I like
Oh,
that,
boy.
though. It didn't work out. I like that little play between the two
Yeah.
Chris's.
And Chris with that, and Brennan with that burst of speed to
Yep.
get there.
Good job by the Valpo keeper to just be off his line, be a little aware.
Yeah, and speaking of Nacho Miras, I can't really put either of the two goals on him. They were pretty just good attacking,
Yep.
wide open goals.
Wide open shots. The first one a tap in for Tate. The second
yeah,
one,
yeah,
you know, he's got no pressure on the top of the box. He's going to make that shot every day. So.
yeah, and he kind of fakes first. I don't know if you
Yeah.
saw him cock
Little
back.
hesitate.
Little,
Yeah.
hesitate. I like it. They're saying
It's going to be a free kick at the top of the
box.
box.
The attacker was appealing for a foul. And again, Anthony got caught in no man's land by no fault of his own, but that ball was just in a weird spot. He wanted not to risk. He didn't want to risk, you know, taking it with his hands if he was over. And this is one of those free kicks where I'm still a fan of a rule where if you want, that the attacking team could pick up the ball and move it back 5 feet.
They should be able to.
I think that should be a rule throughout soccer because they're just too close to get it up and down here, I think.
You'd like to see the BG wall just be really big here.
Yeah, I don't love the top right 90 here, right over Bisher's head, and that's he'll go bottom. Wow. That was well taken, and I thought he would go high, and I think I just snuck in low. I'm not sure if Anthony even knew anything about that.
That's a goal by number 9, Luca Lacerda, out of Passos, Brazil. So really well taken out of him.
Very well taken, and you don't usually see goals like that on free kicks. You usually see them go top, try to get him up, but just kind of wrapped it around the bottom, and I don't know if Anthony could even see it.
I agree.
So let's see how BG responds. We'll see how BG responds here.
You must have your hand stamped with the finals color for re-entry. Spectator re-entry requires a ticket and a hand stamp. Please remember to get your hand stamp if you do.
Ball goes out for a, looks like a free kick to Valpo here.
Reminder that as a courtesy to your fellow spectators and the performers, please silence all cell phones and personal electronic devices and do not enter or exit the seating area during a performance.
Right to the feet of Zach Bisher, who was fouled. BG building out of the back now a little bit slower, maybe after giving up that goal, going to play a little more cautiously. And now the fouls are flying in fast and furious here. About 8 minutes left here at Cochrane Stadium. Your score is 2-1. Your Falcons are in the lead through 2 early goals from Tate Robertson. Just conceded on a free kick that was kind of low and wrapped around the wall. Not sure that Anthony really had a chance to save that. Great delivery. Nacho Ramirez able to get up in the air and bring that down safely. So Chris Brennan comes out of the game, needs a break. He's been working hard out there. Ike Swiger comes in, and I don't think the Falcons need another goal before half, but it'd be nice if they could find one. We said we wanted 2-0 over 3-1, but if now it's 2-1, I guess we get another goal, right? Because it'll be 3-1. If that's how it goes. Oh, and I love that idea from Charlie there. Kind of a hit it. He knew there was spin on the ball, let it run off his foot, and kind of tried to spin lob it. Great press to win that. And that could, wow.
Flag was up, but
Yeah,
I really
flag was
like that out of Ike Schweiger.
Really
there.
aggressive, yeah. And a
That's
great,
what you
great
want out of
pass from
somebody that
Charlie.
just came off the bench. You know, that's got
Oh,
fresh
full
legs.
energy, yeah.
Just be annoying. Be a
Yep,
pest.
Yep. Make them work really hard. They're already tired, you know.
Exactly. And there we go, you know. I'm fine with that foul.
Yeah.
Aggressive.
If he wins the ball there
Right.
cleanly, he's
Right.
he's got a chance to score. It's
And
a
worst
great
comes to
work.
worst, they have a free kick in their own
Yeah.
half. It's not the end of the world.
No. Of course, as soon as you say that, they threaten to score.
Good job there by Vinny just to be.
Getting a little chippy out there. There you go. I like that from Chris Sullivan. He sees a push sees one of his teammates get pushed, doesn't like it, comes over, has words. He's getting a little chippy.
I think that's something that the Falcons might have missed in the first few games here, you know, like that little edge to their game.
And they're two teams whose records are not probably what they should be, and so I think you're going to see some of that boil over. But
absolutely,
you know, I think Coach is really good at focusing that energy. I think he does a good job of keeping that kind of nasty edge, but keeping it under control.
Exactly.
You know? If you let it get out of control, that's where you get into trouble. Wow, that was a great idea.
Tried to just find it's more like, you know, I know how my brother's head's thinking there.
Yeah.
He's looking in more of an area,
right,
as opposed to trying to pick somebody out. He's trying to put
just,
something.
hey, I'll put the ball in
exactly.
a dangerous spot,
and hope somebody's there.
Yeah.
Take a half chance.
Valpo will switch the field.
Good challenge there by Ike.
Chris needs some kind of outlet. There we go.
Finds Peter out wide.
Vinny's kind of priming himself up here. I don't know if
see
anybody
him,
sees him. Boy, I would love to see him make a late run there.
Oh, good move. Oh, flags up. Flags up. Would have been a penalty. Absolutely.
And I think the ref is explaining, hey, that would have been a penalty, but it was offside. Valpo with a quick restart here. Falcons need to get
some
their
numbers
head back
behind
in
the ball.
game.
Yep.
Yeah. They're really, really attacking here. Falcons are back in numbers now, though. Good clearance and also great not to give up a corner there.
Yep. It's going to take a lot more than that to beat Anthony from
that was
a
decent strike though. Yeah, that's the kind of one where if he's blocked and just doesn't even see the ball leave, maybe you get away with one. But yeah, that's not going to challenge him if he can see it.
Exactly. A little over a minute left here. You'd like to see BG just get one more quality chance, you know, a little.
Yeah.
See what they can get out of it. But at the same time, we're more than happy going into the half
Going
at
with the
2-1.
lead,
Yeah.
yeah.
1 minute left here. Let's see what the Falcons can conjure up. That's Peter Pugliese with the good footwork.
Yeah,
It's been a comment. Oh,
but a little
great.
too bunched up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the runs need to split out there, or you just get into each other's feet a little bit.
Yep.
And I think one of the things Vinny's gonna say is, hey, look at me out wide because
I'm in acres of space.
yeah, he's not marked, and he can either be direct or he can hit it
right
across the middle.
And we've seen him do that earlier. He already picked up an assist.
He already set
yeah.
up the goal. Yeah.
Valpo more than happy here. Just let the clock
Let it
run out.
Yeah, and they'll feel good about going in. I think after getting a goal back, they'll be happy to get into the locker room. But your Falcons lead 2-1 over Valparaiso. We will be back after a short break and be looking for a Falcon win here. We'll see you soon. Good evening and welcome back to Cochrane Stadium, where your Bowling Green State Falcons taking on Valparaiso. We're just starting the second half. I am joined by Joe Sullivan. Falcons are in the lead 2-1, and they will look to grind this game out for a W. We were hoping for a clean sheet, but we like the goal cushion here. 3-1 would feel a lot better. Let's see if the Falcons open up aggressive, if they let the game come to them. It'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments Coach made at the half. He's pretty specific with his adjustments. Falcons now attacking the northernmost goal. And Zach Bishop just not on the same page with Tate there.
That's what he's trying to do.
It's early days, yeah. Yep.
Good win there by Tom Roble just to go up and get it.
And I've been told we're joined by a travel team, high school travel team from Chicago tonight, Revis. They were here to play the Bowling Green High School Bobcats, so we welcome them. Big group of them.
Huh.
They're out here watching some great D1 college soccer tonight, so glad to have them.
I'll have to ask them where they're from, because I'm from the Chicagoland area.
There you go.
Never heard of Revis.
Yeah, Revis. Well, and we see this in the second half when the sun goes down and the grass just picks up that little moisture. And Tate was the first victim there, slipping.
And support for Music for All comes from associate sponsors, including The Libra, Dennis Wick, Director Showcase International, Remo, and Woodwind and Brasswind. Their support comes
Oh, not a great clearance. Let's see if the Falcons can capitalize. A lot of spin, though, on the ball back.
Valpo goalie wanted nothing to do with that ball back to him.
Yeah.
His defender gave him a lot to handle.
Yeah. And kind of
Speaking.
the same thing. You know, the thing about goalkeeping is you have to be so consistent, right? And one mistake can mean one goal. That can mean the game.
That's why it's one of the hardest positions on the
yeah,
field, because
maybe in all of sports.
when you mess up, everybody in the stadium knows exactly whose fault it was.
And when you play a perfect game, even get a clean sheet, it's like, oh, good job, clean sheet. But it's like, you know, it's not like, oh my gosh, you're amazing. It's like, oh, you did all right. It is kind of a thankless position.
Absolutely.
Great little interchange there.
I like this by the foul. Oh, that's a foul. Yep.
Yeah.
That's what Peter does so well. He beats you. He's so quick on his first step.
Oh, and Chris takes it so quickly that he almost uses Zach as a backboard like in basketball and just kicks it off of him to restart. Zach didn't know anything about it. This- Things continue from the end of the first half, getting a little chippy. A little gamesmanship there from Valparaiso as they try to buy time for the defense to get sorted.
This is a good little angle. We've seen earlier on in the year, they'll try to find Mo's head here
Yep.
on like a late run from him, and he'll head it back across. Let's see if that's what they do.
Again. It was the plan. Yeah. You're right.
That's actually a really good header there by Mo.
It was,
Just
yeah.
unfortunate that no
I
Falcons
didn't even
were
think
there.
he was going to get to it. Here's a good ball back in if it's onside.
Speaking of Mo,
And then go out for a goal kick. But that was chaos, and we know goals come from chaos. So whenever you can make it, it's great.
that's an easy one for the ref to see. He's got a perfect angle on that. Hands in the back. It's just not going to.
Not going to get away with it.
Yep.
Quick restart. Oh, great run from Chris. He's going to run into traffic and quickly finds the pass back to Bisher. And I like this shape from the Falcons here. There's plenty of spots to attack through, but can't quite.
Saw what Buddha was trying to do there. Slip somebody through.
And now Valpo on the counter, so the game is a little more open now. Wide open now. Falcons need to be careful here, keep their shape.
Well defended there by Mo
And
Mustafa
great
and
to
Shield.
send it out for a throw-in instead of a corner. That's just good awareness. Taken quickly.
Jensen sees that one out.
And the Falcons are having to absorb the pressure now. So back and forth. Looks like it's going to be a eventful second half. The Falcons with a one-goal lead now. 38 minutes left.
Good
and
save
Anthony
there.
has to work her a little harder than I thought he would. It's on that near side, the short side of the goal.
Sometimes that's tough for a goalie too because they're leaning, you know.
Right.
Most of the goals they see
the weight
goes
on your feet is shifted to your right.
Exactly.
Or to the wide side of the goal, yeah. And I think that's the mark of a really professional finisher, if they can finish
near post.
Near post, yeah, because it just goes against your instinct, right? To shoot at the more open side. Falcons with some real technical interchanges here. Doesn't quite come off how they wanted
it's
it.
Like well done there by Mo to keep
Mo
possession.
really, and to keep it there. He needed to do that too. And now the Falcons, boy, if they could have broken a little quicker. Looks like that ball will be about both throw.
Following Peter Pugliese. Easy call for the ref. Hands in the back.
So the teams are really trading little spells of possession here.
He's on too. Ref sees it. Tate's on here. Just looking
Chris
for.
makes a good run too. Ah, that's just not the ball. Tate hangs his head there. He knows maybe there should have been at least
Able to connect a pass there.
At least get something on frame there.
A good ball there by Chris Brennan to pick out Tate.
That was great. Good for the linesman to see that he was on.
Oh,
that's the kind of ball where if he just nicks that,
he's in.
He's in. Matt Walters will come on for Peter. There's the overlap, and let's see if someone can make a run. There's really no one there yet. Chris
to Chris.
Boy, if he can. Oh, gosh, talk about near side, near post. That had the makings of an amazing goal if that would have went. But great effort. And it's just back and forth now.
Problem with Valpo right now is they don't really have that many numbers forward, so they're lobbing the ball up to number 14 up there. He doesn't have anybody to knock it down to.
Yeah. We might see that change as they chase that second goal.
Start subbing, changing the formation a little bit, bringing numbers forward a little bit more. Great header there. So both teams here bringing in number 18 on their roster. Akeem Bradford for Valpo checks in, and then we got Matt Walters for Bowling Green checking in. So early subs for both teams.
And that's just great hustle from Chris there. Nothing came of it. Well,
even better hustle there by Zach Fisher.
Valpo with the comfortable numbers back. The Falcons might need to switch the field here a couple times to find that little opening. Looks like that's what they're going to try.
Matt Walters gets his first touch of the half. Good little move there. I like Matt as a player. He's speedy. He's quick. It lowers his head.
Yep.
He's fun to watch.
And relatively fresh legs now too, so should see a lot of him in the second half here.
Yep, look to see him have a huge impact.
Falcons on a little bit, and Chris makes a great run. He needed about maybe 8 inches more. He can either have he could be 8 inches taller, or he could jump 8 inches higher. But he needed
one of the.
He needed to. Yeah, he needed a boost. Awkward ball for Mo, but handles it like a pro.
First yellow card of the game issued to Valpo player. Looks like number 21, Mattia Dybala.
Dybala, well, he's got the name for soccer.
Just spelled a little differently.
Okay, yeah. As long as Messi's not on his team, because you know they don't play together
They
for
don't mesh well.
Argentina. Yeah. I thought that was so crazy during the World Cup when they wouldn't play. I mean, imagine having Dybala on your bench not playing.
In any game.
Yeah,
He didn't
in
get
any game
1
ever.
minute in the entire tournament.
I would almost start him over Messi for Argentina anyway, you know.
I don't know
different.
about that.
Well, it's a different dynamic. I don't know. Messi needs that cat. Messi needs certain things to thrive, I think.
Yeah, I think those two together would be really dangerous. Speaking of danger.
Oh, that was dangerous. BG doing a good job to get a couple
Bodies
center
in front
backs,
of it, yep.
yeah, just in front.
We always called that stacking the pads back in the day.
Yeah.
It's kind of a hockey term, you know.
Yep.
Make yourself really big. Try to make it hard for a shot to make it all the way through to your goalie.
Yeah. And I know it's kind of controversial with center backs who do that. Now they'll put their hands behind their back, you know, and lock their wrists behind their back. And I've heard some different analysis of that. Gary Neville has said that he thinks that's crazy because then you lose your balance. You kind of lose a lot of stuff, but I think it's just they want to minimize the chance of being called for
a handball. Yeah, absolutely.
So Bowling Green with just under 30 minutes to grind this out and find their second win of the season, which would be a big one here at home.
Look to see Valpo in the next 10, 15 minutes kind of change their formation a little bit.
Yeah, maybe
throw
two
some numbers forward.
Yeah, 2 up top or push forward. Push
3 in the
everyone
back,
forward.
1 of the 2, yep.
Yeah.
Which that was always my favorite part of it as a player is when somebody would go 3 in the back.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause then I would just stop playing defense as a whole and try to score a goal.
Yeah. Sheila, some nice moves here. Find that pass. I think BG will be happy to have the ball for a little bit. Watch some clock tick off. Oof. Can hear some of these thumps from the announcer's box, but all clean tackles, all ball, and that's just a really creative ball over the top. Let's see what Vinny can do with it here. But again, the Falcons really enjoying some nice possession here. And,
That's what you want it.
yeah, with a lead, don't force anything.
Oh.
Oh boy. Oh my gosh, what a save. That was point blank.
Big time save there from Nacho Miras for Valpo.
And I believe that was your brother Joe.
Chris.
Chris.
I'm Joe,
Joe.
yeah.
I believe that was your brother Chris, Joe.
We get mixed up all the time.
Boy, he really wound up on it good. That was just a great save.
It was.
I don't know how much better he could have done there.
It was one as a player, you just try to smash it on net. And 9 out of 10 times it goes in. It
Yep.
just happened to be that one. What a save.
Dan's Music for All is a proud partner of NAM, the National Association of Music Merchants.
Good hustle there by Matt Walters. That's a right wing back.
We'd like to invite you to empower yourself to be an advocate for music education. For more information, please visit their website www.manfoundation.org. Also, fans, the official Bands of America Championship Program is the perfect keepsake of today's event. The championship program includes information about all of the upcoming band shows, as well as
Really skillful of Chris Brennan to knock that down with the bottom of his boot.
Oh, that was a
little soft call there.
Here are a couple fans
Yeah.
voicing their opinion as well. I couldn't agree more. Ref was quick on the whistle there.
And the Riffs had, I think, overall a pretty good game. That's
Yeah.
the first time we really noticed
Him being out there. I agree.
Yeah.
And 2018 marks the first year we're accepting submissions. Advocacy in Action collects, recognizes, and shares the best methods to elevate music education.
Boy, I still feel like
in
Chris
your
Brennan has a
community.
goal in this
The
game.
deadline has been extended to October 1st.
I agree too. Like even that last play.
That's what I saw. It's
right?
just like, boy, if it's a foot
One
different,
mistake.
right?
Check out
He's
the
in.
website
Yep.
at advocacy.musicforall.org.
Valparaiso will have a corner here.
Yep. They'll get a chance to pour some numbers forward.
Yeah, they're going to load it up too. They,
Number 11, DeMar Rose, in again for number 21, but she had the ball. Corner kick, Valparaiso.
so this is interesting. Valpo kind of started with numbers forward and then kind of rearranged
Yeah.
the formation. I don't quite understand that.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
good play there.
Beautiful.
Good interchange. I see
Hit with
Chris
some
Brennan on the
speed.
far side.
Puts the brakes on too. Oh,
It's all
that
right.
might have been a
Worked
dummy.
out.
You know, I like that from Tate. He was 3v1, and being up a goal, I would rather slow down and start the possession over than just give the ball up
Yep.
sloppily. Again, and now if we're down a goal, I say go for it. But I like that. That
Good
was
awareness.
Yeah, it was just mature awareness.
Great play. I've been really impressed with Matt Walter since he's
Yeah,
come
he's
on.
been good.
He's added another element to the team. Just a little different energy, different look.
And Tay is just trying to find him. He wants it to happen.
Oh, great ball there.
It's threading the needle. And
Yep.
a great return to Tate. Yeah, the midfield has played really well together today. Lots of really,
Good interchange.
yeah, great interchange. And boy, they're just pressing high now. Valparaiso cannot get out of the back.
Budo with a little lucky of a touch
Spun off
there.
his
Yeah.
foot. Yeah, made him look like Messi. Yeah, he'll say he meant it.
Absolutely.
Great control there.
Like you mentioned, BG kind of has him in a little.
Yeah. Oh. Chris looks to the sky, wanting that one back.
Penn High School show is entitled As the Bell Tolls and features music by Alfred Reed, Paul Hindeman, and John Mackey. Band of America is proud to present in regional finals performance. Drum majors Madeline Dupree, Sydney Cole, Isabella Flanagan, and Caleb Rydex, and the Penn marching teams there.
Well done there by Ashiel. He's had a really solid game tonight.
Yes.
Good touch there by Chris Sullivan. He's going to look to thread somebody through here probably.
Just looking for that run. Tate's coming up.
Good move. Making a couple people miss.
And we had a fun visitor at half.
Yeah.
Old teammate of yours.
Brad Maycomer.
Brad Maycomer, the grinder, I call him.
The workhorse.
The workhorse. It's good to see him. He's coaching out at Malone with former goalkeeping coach at BGSU, Eric Reed.
Now head coach there at Malone.
Head coach
yeah,
at
now
Malone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Always cool to see people going on to do bigger and better things.
I agree. And I think it speaks volumes to the team as a whole. You know, you got a
Oh,
lot
yeah.
of people that come back, still involved in the team. Brad, like he was mentioning, you know, he watches all the streams.
Yeah,
He's
it was
still
great to hear
following the
that.
team, right?
Yeah.
And as a GA assistant at Malone, I'm sure they don't have a lot of time
No.
on their hands, right?
No.
No, it's obviously great to see Brad, and we're looking forward to next week when we have a lot more of the alumni back.
Yeah, that'll be special.
BG makes their second sub of the game, or second sub of the second half, excuse me. Charlie Macheski coming in, giving Matt Walters a little breather. Matt's been
Putting
very
in a
energetic.
shift,
Yeah. It's been exciting to see. I don't think, like right there, I was going to bring it up. I don't think we can harp on it enough, the role that Jensen Lukascu
Oh, yeah. He's
And
had
then-
a great game.
and then Zach Bisher have
Yeah.
played tonight. You know,
Yeah.
they have been just very solid for the BG.
Yeah.
Midfield, just linking play, keeping the possession.
I know that Tate is probably the easy man of the match, and he
Right.
deserves it for 2 goals, but Jensen Lukasku's just looked
I agree. Him and Zach
fantastic.
Bisher together have just
Yeah.
been an absolute powerhouse in the middle tonight. They've been fun to watch.
And Chris Brennan will just be frustrated that he hasn't had a clear chance on goal, but he'll be thrilled with a win. I'll tell you that much.
Right.
So we know he's got goals in him. Hey, maybe he's saving them for the MAC. You know,
Hey, we'll take it
maybe
anyway,
he's
right?
just gonna come out and just getting a hat trick per game in the MAC. And here he is on the ball as we. Oh boy, that was not off by much in the top corner.
Looks like it's going to be a corner. Great
Yeah,
job.
must have taken
Great
the
awareness
deflection.
there
Oh,
by
yeah.
the Falcons. I think that was Charlie Macheski on the
Yeah.
throw, and he found Chris Sullivan with a nice little run who cuts it back to Brennan. I know Brennan, he's probably scoring that one if it's not deflected. I
Yeah.
wouldn't not
Yeah.
doubt
I did
that
not
was
see
going to
the
end up in the backup.
deflection, so.
Yeah. See what BG will elect to do here on this corner. They've got a lot of numbers in the 6-yard box.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised by how many they have forward. What a great ball! Wow.
Yep, good goal.
Maybe a little bit forward, a little too close to the line,
Yep.
but yeah. And now Charlie will just fire that press off early, which
Yeah.
forces a bad pass, and that's just
I'm glad you brought that up.
it's
Just
just pure hustle that, like, you know, just
those little things that most people probably won't notice.
yeah, that quick
It's just
press.
different than what it has been in games past.
Yeah.
You know, maybe those are like the little things we were lacking.
Sure. And that's a pretty bad foul. I
Yeah.
would expect to see a card there. Those were studs up. Looks like maybe just a free kick.
Falcons are going to elect to set up, run something off the training ground here.
Little coach's special.
Yeah. I think it's important to note the Valpo goalie's really high off his line.
He is.
Well done by the two Bowling Green center backs.
Yeah, that was well taken care of there.
A little give and go by your two center backs all the way on in the Valpo end.
Yeah.
in the final third. You love to see that.
That's modern attacking soccer for you. Tom Roble nursing what looked like maybe a cramp or something there. We'll see if he can stay on.
Bowling Green's going to stack a ton of people just right on the 6-yard box. Make it really hard to mark. Make it annoying for the goalie because he doesn't have a clear line of sight to punch the ball out.
Take and whip him in.
Good service.
Oh, just a foot too high. And I think that would have opened a Shields account here at BGSU, which would have been fun to see at home.
Yeah, he scored in his first preseason game, but not a regular season game yet. We've seen him all day. He can win the header.
Oh, yeah.
Just barely missing that one. Good ball, though, by Tate.
Yeah, the Falcons really have not been lucky with set pieces so far. I would say, luck factors into soccer a little bit, and you just wonder maybe if the second half of the season will be a little kinder.
Couldn't agree more. Valpo gonna draw a call there from the ref. See how they elect to set up for this, if they play quick or set up for an actual set piece. They're gonna elect to play quick.
But the Falcons with numbers back,
yeah,
really
they're fine with that.
Parking it here. Pretty good ball. Tom Robles will see that out. Yeah, boy, right? Tom got on his horse there. I guess that that cramp wasn't what we thought. He still had the juice.
Valpo makes another substitution, bring in number 26, Michael Marchiona. I think that's the first time we've said his name tonight, so.
Yeah, I think so.
That could be that, what we've talked about a little bit
chasing
before.
That
chasing that goal, right?
The Falcons just have so many players behind the ball.
And have been a Bands of America regional finalist 3 times. The band has also performed in the Orange Bowl Parade, the Fiesta Bowl Parade, the Philadelphia Thanksgiving Day Parade, the Hollywood Christmas Parade.
Oh, and that's a great idea. And the keeper way off his
Yep,
line. It sends that over to
into the marching band competition.
Yeah, Deutsch Stadium. Boy, I do not understand why. It seemed like he had another clearance there, but.
So number 2, Vinny Warner getting back into the game, taking out Ike Schweiger. I think we got to applaud Ike's effort today. Applaud his effort.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
It's been really good.
Also Also, fans, all 22 Bands of America events will be streamed live on flowmarching.com. That is FLOmarching.com. Flow Marching content is available on iOS, Apple TV 4, and Roku. You can also go to flowmarching.com.
Falcons finding some width.
Good overlap there by Tate. See what Peter and him would like to do.
They get a little tricky with it here.
Oh. Almost looked like their center back was going to let that run, and my brother was going to be in.
Running on it.
Swing and a miss there.
Great pass up the flank. Now the Crusaders had a chance for some overlap there, but decided to switch the field. I think the Falcons will be fine with that. 10 minutes to play. Falcons protecting a slim 1-goal lead here at home. Looking for a big win to really set off the second half of the season.
Awesome job there by Charlie Macheski to get possession for the Falcons. That's a foul. Yep. Falcons are more than happy with this. You know, the ball stopped, clock is stopped.
Absolutely.
This is where you can tell a good team from a great team, right?
Yep.
Teams that are able to kill a game. And what I mean by that is, it doesn't necessarily mean winning. Like, obviously, you got to win the game, but it means how many chances is Valpo going to get in the next 10 minutes, right?
Right.
Like a great team who limits that.
Right. They eliminate even the possibility of a comeback.
Exactly.
Just controlling the ball well.
Drawing fouls.
That's what I was going to say, yeah, drawing fouls.
Let the clock be your friend here.
Yep. And you can give up a lot of side to side. You know, you can let them move the ball side to side all they want.
It's just those penetrating runs. You're just trying to eliminate as much as possible.
Substitution in checking in for the Crusaders, number 12, Jordan James, for number 13, Junta Callahan.
Oh, boy. That was a little too close.
Yeah, great service there.
Really good service.
Yeah.
So 8 minutes left. A lot of time, though. And I wonder if we might see some defensive fresh legs. I don't see anyone warming up, but they might already be warm on the bench.
Good D there by Charlie, just to cut off the angle. Yep.
Yeah, reset the shape. And now you might see Valpo trying to go over the top a little bit more, which they have not had great luck with in the first half.
And they're going to pour some numbers
get a little more desperate here.
This is where the Falcons
that was fantastic from Tate. Just a really tricky touch to clear the ball for himself.
Ball finds his foot again.
Yeah, and these little triangles. Oh, and that's on. What a pitch perfect pass.
Well done by Vinny.
Oh boy. And boy, the ref was right there.
Looked like a handball, but it might be one of those where it played the hand, not the other way around.
Yeah, I'm gonna trust the ref there. He was 5 feet
He saw it.
staring
He saw it.
right
He definitely
at
saw it hit the hand. Yeah.
In regional final performance.
I think we got to commend Vinny there. You know, he could have easily gone down and just taken the foul, but he played through.
And Nick Miller.
Good job by the ref to play advantage there as well.
Mo might need a little help here. Great clearance, and I think that'll will not go out. Valpo will keep it in. The Falcons just looking to release this pressure here.
Yep. Good job by Mo Mustafa. That's a very decisive header right there. Give the Falcons a second to breathe. Little over 5 minutes left in the match.
Yeah, and Valpo's showing that they're up for it. They are attacking. They have more of the ball now, and like you said, we just need to see the Falcons kill this game off. Some possession would be nice. I was just about to say I don't really think an all-out counter is necessary there. Let's just own the ball. Falcons need to be really careful not to foul in the box, and that was just a very professional tackle, which will go out for a goal kick. So
this is exactly what we're talking about, where the clock's on your side.
Yeah.
Anthony, obviously a veteran player, he's going to let some extra clock run off here.
Yeah.
So BG's going to make another sub. They're going to take out Jensen Lukasku, put up Chris Brennan back up top. I think that's a good sub there, you know. Somebody that wants to score goals this late in the game, and somebody that wants to run down things. And Chris Brennan,
he'll help win the ball back.
Exactly. He'll be that target player that will relieve some pressure when BG's able to win the ball.
Wow, that was a great control from Tate too. BG just needs to make sure they don't get caught out here as they race back. Tate Robertson's tackle deemed a little too much.
Quickly there.
And Valpo is up for it. I have to commend their attack here at the end. They are pushing for that second goal. Bowling Green with a player down. Tate signals for a trainer to come over.
Looks to be a cramp there from Tom Roble.
Yeah, and he had one earlier, it looked like. He was stretching it out, so. I thought the team was signaling for a trainer to come out. Maybe they were.
Couldn't tell if they're signaling for the trainer to come or just trainer to stay. So if the trainer comes on, then the player has to sub out.
Yeah.
So they might be confident in Tom's ability just to walk this one out, as opposed to having to sub him. It looks like that's what he's going to try to do here.
Boy, I'd almost say at this point in the game with 3 minutes, sub might not be the worst idea. You'd hate for him to get cramp up right in the middle of play.
Agreed.
Yeah, he's hobbling off.
So they're going to sub him. It looks like he's walking off. Bring in Jensen Lukasku. I think what the plan is to move Peter to a center back position, which he's played a little bit this year. Take over Tom's spot.
Yeah.
Yep. And then bring Vinny Warner out wide where Peter is playing, and then bring Jensen back into where Vinny was playing. So a 3-man rotation.
Yeah, there you go. Platoon.
There was a yellow card issued to, it looked like the Valpo bench might have been their head coach.
Ah, I didn't see that.
He wasn't happy
Maybe
about the stoppage of play, maybe.
Frustrated words, yeah.
Good job, Tate.
Beautiful for Tate.
And
then
numbers
just,
here. We got 2-on-2.
and is this Chris Brennan's goal?
It's offside.
Boy, they just got to get that dialed in, but
You love to see that out of those three.
oh yeah.
Good win by Tate to find Chris. Chris to look for Chris.
Gosh, I thought
Just
that was
half a
it.
step offsides it looked like. I did think it was the right call.
Yeah, yeah.
There's Mr. Reliable Mo Mustafa in the back to win that header.
Falcons will look to relieve some pressure again. This makeshift defense in the back after Tom Roble goes out with a cramp.
Oh, what a
Anthony
save.
clears it over the bar.
What a big-time
beautifully.
play there by your goalie.
That was big time. That ball was on target for either the goal or someone's head.
What a big-time save that was.
Falcons not out of the woods yet. Valparaiso with the corner. Falcons defending a 1-goal lead with just over 2 minutes to play. And there's some confusion on the pitch whether
Looks like-
someone needs
yeah.
to come off.
Looks like Peter Puglisi coming off. Tom Roble going to replace him. Peter looked to get a little banged up on that back post there.
Yeah.
Can't harp on that enough. What a big-time save that was from
yeah.
Anthony.
Huge.
If he doesn't get a touch there, who knows what's going to happen.
No.
Tom,
Great,
whether he
just-
wants it or
yeah.
not, the ball's coming right at him.
Yeah. Falcons called into duty here again. Defense.
Good job by Tom Roble again on that back post just to see that one out.
Boy, these minutes, seconds feel like minutes, don't they? You look up and
Clock cannot be moving slow
no,
right
it
now.
is moving really slow right now. Gosh.
Good win again by Tom Roble on the header. Talk about somebody doing well on set pieces in the last minute or so. He's got
Oh, yeah,
3 in a
absolutely.
row. That should be Anthony.
Oh, boy,
Oh,
that
that's
was
huge for the
huge.
Falcons. Everyone gets a second. Everyone
Yeah.
can take a deep breath, get some numbers up, move the back line up.
And
Anthony,
I
gonna
would
slow
love,
down.
I would love to play out of the back here and have some possession. See, I just would have loved to help the ball 20 seconds there, but
Minute and 30 seconds left here. Let's see what Valpo. I love this out of Charlie Macheski. Just
yeah, trying to force a bad pass.
and
Does.
speaking of,
Yeah.
and Vinny, if he's smart here, we're going to slow it down. Tate's telling him to slow it down.
There you go. That's smart.
This was always my favorite thing, is to act stupid and
Yeah.
tell the ball boy for another ball.
Yep. I like that you're telling all the secrets here.
Oh, good hold-up play there by Chris Brennan.
If you can hold it there for a minute, that'd be great. Oh, Techer's there too. $50 seconds left.
Valpo just going to do anything to get the ball forward here if they can.
Yeah, and they're having trouble. The press here is good.
That's important. A lot of people don't realize, like, people say, all right, just keep numbers back. But if you don't extend to the people that have the ball, like the center backs on Valpo,
Right.
they're just going to keep lobbing balls forward. So if you can extend it a little bit, like the Falcons have been doing, you're making it really hard for them to lump balls forward.
It'd be nice to send that back to Anthony, but Valpo with another chance here.
Gold division rating at ISMA Marching Band for the past 35
Falcons just doing anything they can here to see this game
Don't
out.
want to give up a penalty.
Good D, and that's it. Huge time win for the Falcons there.
Big time win at home, 2-1. Fly the flag. Wow, what a great win. Hoping this really sets off the rest of the season. Awesome. Folks, we're so glad that you joined us. Our next home broadcast will be next week. I will not be here. I don't know if Joe knows that, but you'll be perhaps joined by Brendan Murphy or another member